Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. It's 7:05 now, so we will start our class. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. So first of all, can all of the students make sure before we start our lesson that you have performed ablution and that you have covered your head with a scarf or a cap and that you have revised your previous lessons? Make sure that you are sitting with an adult in a quiet room and that your audio and video is off. Make sure that you log in with the correct ID. During the lesson, listen attentively to the class and make sure that you recite the verses alongside the teacher. And do not raise your hands unnecessarily unless you are asked a question by the teacher. After the lesson, make sure that you revise lessons and complete your assigned homework. And lastly, these classes are just an additional support, so make sure that everyone recites a Holy Quran daily with your parents. Now, I just want to remind everyone that starting from next week, Monday, the 14th of October, 2019, our Zoom class ID for G2 is changing. It's here, highlighted. Everyone should make a note of this class ID 458452038. And however, the password will remain the same, but you should use this new ID to log into G2 classes starting from next week. And inshallah, our classes will start on 7 o'clock promptly instead of 7:05. Can I now request the ST to give me an ID for the starting prayer?
N8338.
N8338.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Can you recite the starting prayer for everyone?
Okay. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbishrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatan min
min lisani yafqahu qawli. And the English translation?
Lord, expand my mind and make my task easy for me, and remove every impediment from my speech that people may understand easily what I say.
Jazakillah. So now we'll move on to our today's lesson. Today is just a revision lesson of verses 1 to 10 of Surah Al-Ghashiyah. So yeah, first I will recite the first 10 verses and I will request all the students to recite the verses alongside me, and then we'll have a few students and then we'll listen to your hifz, to the students' hifz. So أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. هل أتاك حديث الغاشية وجوه يومئذ خاشئة وجوه يومئذ خاشعة عاملة ناصبة تصلى نارا حامية تسقى من عين آنية ليس لهم طعام إلا من ضريع لا يسمن ولا يغني من جوع وجوه يومئذ ناعمة لسعيها راضية. Jazakumullah. So this was the revision of Surah Al-Ghashiyah verses 1 to 10. And now we are going to listen to the hifz from students. Can I request the ST to give me an ID?
Before I give you an ID, there
Yes.
is one ID A7321. He want to ask a question.
Okay.
Okay.
A732.
Please unmute now.
A7321.
Second,
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Yes. You wanted to ask a question?
I just need to say that I won't be able to attend the whole class
Okay. That's
because I'm in
fine.
the mosque class at the mosque.
In future, this is for all students. If you cannot attend a class or if you're partially attending the class, you can let us know by emailing us. So that's fine. Jazakumullah for letting us know. Okay.
Okay, I will give you now.
Yeah. Jazak.
A7330.
A7330. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Previously, you have already memorized and recited Surah Al-Ala and Surah Fatiha. Have you memorized Surah Al-Ghashiyah?
I think there is some problem
Okay.
with his internet. Okay, I will give you another. A7333.
Okay. A7. Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. A7333. You have previously you have memorized and recited Surah Al-Fatiha.
Yeah,
Have you memorized Surah Al-Ala?
a bit.
Okay. Do you know how many verses? Let me go to the surah. Yeah. It's on the screen now.
Wait.
Um,
6.
okay. You can start reciting it.
Bismillah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hal ataka hadithul ghashiyah. Wujuhun yawmaizin khashiyah. Amilatun nasibah. Tasla naran hamiyah. Tusqa min aynin aniyah.
Jazakumullah. That was Surah Al-Ghashiyah, verses 1 to 6. Have you memorized Surah Al-Ala?
Yeah,
Okay. How much?
6 verses.
Okay. Can you recite Surah Al-Ala?
Bismillah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Sabbihisma rabbikal a'la. Allazi halaka fasawwa. Wallazi qaddara fahada. Wallazi akhrajal mar'a. Fajalahu husam ahwa. Sanukriuka wala tansa.
Okay. That was 7 verses. Let me just go to the surah. So, Jazakumullah, you have memorized the first 7 verses of Surah Al-Ala, and your memorization was good. I'm going to point out a few mistakes in the pronunciation.
Okay.
So, first of all, in verse 3, here, Allazi, I'm sure that other teachers have mentioned this before as well. We have to differentiate between Zal and Za, right? So, Za has the sound of Z, but Zal has a hissing and thin sound. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Are you are aware of the difference, right?
Yeah.
So, can you say this verse again? Recite this verse again.
Alladhi halaka fasawwa.
Okay. So, this, can you make it thick? Khalaqa.
Fasawwa.
Yeah. Can you recite this verse again?
Alladhi halaka fasawwa.
Okay. Much better. And in verse 6, here, you said fajalahu. You missed out the ain with the fatha stroke. So it's not fajalahu, faja'alahu. So can you recite this verse as well?
Faja'alahu husam ahwa.
Okay. Ghutha, it has madde kabir, right? So you have to prolong it at least 4 seconds. Can you do that?
Faja'alahu husam ahwa.
Okay. Keep working on that. And if you just recite this verse again, the verse 7.
سنقرئك فلا تنسى.
Okay. Previously, you didn't prolong the sa enough, which is supposed to be prolonged for 3 seconds, but you did a better job this time. As for the noon, it's going to be, it's not going to be tan sa. Can you tell me, do you know what mistake you made?
I didn't
Yeah, it's supposed to be hidden. So nasal sound, not obvious, not tan sa, ton sa. Okay?
تنسى.
Yeah, the noon sound is coming from the nose and it's not obvious. Okay? So now I will go to Surah Al-Ghashiyah. You also recited the first 6 verses of Surah Al-Ghashiyah. So for Surah Al-Ghashiyah, you made similar mistakes. So first of all, in the 4th verse, here, meme has a kasra stroke and it's supposed to be prolonged for only 1 second, no longer. So amilatun nasibah. Okay, but you prolonged it amilatun. So make sure that you only prolong it for 1 second. Okay?
Okay.
And can you recite this verse again? For third, wujuh.
وجوه يومئذ خاشعة.
Okay. I just wanted to confirm something. That's fine. وجوه يومئذ خاشعة. So nasal sound here when you join the ha tanween with the ya mushaddad, and here the noon tanween under the zal is going to be not going to be hidden, as I said previously. So no ikhfa, izhar. So that's fine. You did a good job there. So jazakallah.
Satla.
Then we have the next student.
Yes. N8336.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. And 8336. Previously you have memorized Surah Al-Fatiha and you have recited it as well. Have you started memorizing Surah Al-Ala? It's on the screen.
Yes.
Okay. Can you start reciting from the beginning? Starting with tawbas?
I only done a bit.
Okay, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. If you can just start with tawbas.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى
فسوى
والذي قدر فهدى
yeah.
الذي
Well, you said it right the first time. Okay.
والذي أخرج مرعى.
Yeah. Okay. Is that All?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Let me go to the first of all, before I go to the surah, in A'udhu Billah, I mentioned it to the previous student as well. This is Dhal, right? So it has a thin and hissing sound. A'udhu. It's different from Za. It's different from the sound of Z. Can you differentiate? Can you? Yeah. Okay, keep on trying. Now I'll go to the surah. So you have recited up to verse 5. Yeah. So you have recited up to verse 5, which is really good. Keep on memorizing the next few verses. I will point out a few mistakes. Okay, there's a noise coming from behind you. If
Sorry.
I will, yeah, if you can make it a bit quiet. So first of all, in the first verse, Rabbika, Ra has the fatha stroke, right? So the sound of Ra is going to be thick. So instead of Rabbika, Rabbika. Can you recite this verse?
Sabbihisma rabbikal a'la.
Okay, Jazakallah. And in the second verse, similar mistake to the A'udhu Billah. Can you recite this verse? And apply the rule which I mentioned for the A'udhu.
Alladhi khalaqa fasawwa.
Okay, Jazakallah. You forgot this word here when you were reciting the verses. So if you keep on reciting up to verse 5 again and again, it should get better. In the fifth verse, which is the last verse you recited, you were confused whether it starts with wallazi or allazi. So again, if you recite it again and again, then it should get better. Okay? Jazakumullah.
Jazakallah.
Have you also memorized Surah Al-Ghashiyah or started memorizing it?
No.
Okay, that's fine. So Jazakallah once again. Can we have the next student?
Yes, please. A7347.
Okay, A7347.
He's on mute now.
Okay, A7347.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Previously, you have recited up to verse 8 of Surah Al-Ala. Have you memorized the next few verses?
Yeah, I've memorized it up to verse 14.
Okay, that's very good. So let me go to the surah and I'll tell you where to start reciting from. So previously you have memorized up to verse 8. So if you can start from verse 7, Sanuqul Riyuka,
Okay.
starting with tabus and
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
san,
سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلى ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى وَنُيَسِّرُكَ لِلْيُسْرَى فَذَكِّرْ إِن نَّفَعَتِ الذِّكْرَى سَيَذَّكَّرُ مَن يَخْشَىٰ وَيَتَجَنَّبُهَا الْأَشْقَى الَّذِي يَصْلَى النَّارَ الْكُبْرَى ثُمَّ لَا يَمُوتُ فِيهَا وَلَا يَحْيَىٰ.
Okay, Jazakallah. That was up to verse 14. Let me go to the surat. Okay, so you started reciting from verse 7, Sanuqriyuka. So first of all, your memorization was really good. In terms of pronunciation, I'll highlight a few mistakes. Okay, so first of all, in verse 7, سَنُقْرِئُكَ فَلَا تَنْسَى. The known, it's going to be hidden, as I've mentioned to the previous students. You have to perform the rule of ikhfa. So can you recite this verse again?
سَنُقْرِئُكَ فَلَا تَنْسَى.
Okay, well done. And here, Masha, we have the Madde Kabir, the bigger and the bigger one. And you know that we have to prolong it for at least 4 seconds, right?
Yeah.
So can you do that? It was very short last time. If you recite the verse again. Illa.
Ila Masha.
Okay. It's not ila. We have lam mushaddad, right? Double. We have to make double sound. So illa.
Okay.
Yeah, if you can recite the verse again.
Illa Masha Allah innahu ya'lamul jahra wa ma yakhfa.
Okay. Again, keep working on it. You have to prolong Masha Allah, and the lam has to be thick. So, and in verse 10, فَذَكِّرْ إِن نَفَعَتِ الذِّكْرَى. The ain with the fatha stroke, you prolonged it more than 1 second. It should only be prolonged for 1 second, okay? So not nafa'at zikra, in nafa'at zikra. Can you recite the verse again?
Fazakir in nafa'ati zikra.
Okay. Can you recite it again?
Fazakir in nafa'ati zikra.
Okay. Again, zal is mushaddad. It has the shadda stroke, so it has to be double. So instead of ati zikra, ati zikra. Okay, so if you keep on working on these rules that I have pointed out, it should get better, okay? Jazakallah. And have you memorized or have you started memorizing Surah Al-Ghashiyah? Okay, it's absolutely fine.
Yes, he's unmute again. He's 7347.
Okay. A7347,
Yeah,
have you started memorizing Surah Al-Ghashiyah?
not yet.
Okay, that's fine. So the rules, the mistakes that I have highlighted, keep working on them and apply them in other places as well. wherever you see similar strokes and similar rules.
Yes.
Jazakallah. Can we have another student?
Yes. N8348.
N8348.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. N8348. Previously, you have recited up to verse 4 of Surah Al-Ala.
Yes.
Have you memorized the next verses?
I've done up to verse 7, I think.
Okay, that's fine. If you can, I will tell you where to start reciting from. So, if you can start reciting from Wallazi, the fourth verse,
Okay.
and start with Tabas.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Yeah.
والذي قد
Okay. Yeah, Bismillah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء أحوى سنقرئك فلا تنسى. I only know up to that.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Let me go to the surah. So, yeah, your memorization was really good. I will point out a few mistakes. You started reciting from the fourth verse. So, I mentioned it to the previous students as well. Here we have raw with the fatha stroke. So, it's going to have a thick sound. So, instead of qaddara, qaddara. So round your lips, and then if you say qaddara, it should be a thick sound. So can you recite the verse again?
والذي قدر فهدى.
Okay, Jazakumullah. And I have mentioned to the previous students as well. So this is madde saghir, the small one. So it has to be prolonged for at least 3 seconds. No longer, no shorter. So if you can recite this verse again and slowly, take your time.
Okay. والذي أخرج المرعى.
Okay, Jazakumullah. And again, the raw are going to be thick. أخرج المرعى. Okay?
Okay.
And here, similar mistake, you didn't prolong it enough. It has the bigger one, madde kabir. So it has to be prolonged for at least 3 seconds.
Okay.
So if you can recite this verse again.
فجعله غثاء أحوى.
Okay. It a little longer would be even better. Okay, but keep working on it.
Okay.
That was really good. Have you started memorizing Surah Al-Ghashiyah?
No, I haven't.
Okay, that's fine. Keep working on these rules and memorize the next verses as well. Jazakallah. Can we have another student?
Yes. A7334.
A7334.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Welcome.
Just a minute. So, have you previously you have memorized and recited Surah Al-Fatiha and Surah Al-Ala? Have you memorized Surah Al-Ghashiyah?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you know how much?
I know all the way to 9.
Okay, that's fine. So if you can start with Tawus.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم هل أتاك حديث الغاشية وجوه يومئذ خاشعة عاملة ناصبة تصلى نارا حامية تسقى من عين آنية ليس لهم طعام إلا من ضريع لا يسمن ولا يغني من جوع وجوه يومئذ ناعمة.
Okay, that was up to verse 9. Jazakallah. Let me go to the surah. So I'm going to point out a few mistakes in pronunciation. Your memorization was really good. First of all, in the first verse, you made a thick sound when you were reciting ka. So instead of ataka, you said ataqa.
Okay.
Have you memorized it that way, or was it just one?
It was a mistake.
Okay. Yeah, so that's fine. Just remember which cough is used where, because as you can see in the 6th verse, we have cough again, but this time it's the thick one, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, just if you keep, while you're memorizing, have the surah in front of you and look at each and every letter, so that will help you memorize it when you have a picture of the surah in your head, in your memory. So the other mistake was the ha sound. So as you can see at the end of most of these verses, we have ha, because when we pause, we have to pronounce the ha sound. So instead of ghashiya, ghashiyah. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Ghashiyah. So if you can recite the first verse again and apply the rules that I have mentioned.
هل أتاك حديث الغاشية.
Yeah. Make it obvious that you are making a ha sound at the end.
Okay.
So next in verse 7, here. Do you know why I have highlighted this noon?
Is it to?
We have to apply the rule of ikhfa on this noon. Okay? Do
Yeah.
you know? Do you understand what that means? Ikhfa?
Is it to longer like?
No, it's to make a subtle sound. So not min, meow, nasal sound. So a subtle noon sound coming from the nose, not an obvious noon sound. So instead of min, meow, dori. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So if you can recite this verse again.
ليس لهم طعام إلا من ضريع.
Okay. Not min, meow, dori. Try min. Try it. Meow.
من ضريع.
Okay, well done. That was much better. And yeah, I think, yeah, that's up to verse 7. So keep on working. Keep on memorizing the next verses as well. Have you, yeah, I think, is it, you have previously memorized Surah Al-Ala and had recited it as well, right?
Yeah.
So if I ask you to recite from the middle, would you be able to do that?
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay, I will show you. So if you can recite from verse 9 up to verse 12. It's on the screen, but I'm going to take it away.
Okay.
So from verse 9 to verse 12, 3 verses. Okay,
I've,
yeah, start with,
I've
yeah,
only did it all the way to 9.
okay. But you have memorized Surah Al-Ala completely, right?
Oh, I thought you
Yeah,
gosh, yeah.
that's fine. It's on the screen.
Yeah.
So from verse 9 to verse 12.
Okay.
Okay, start with Bismillah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ونيسرك لليسرى فذكر إن نفعت الذكرى سيذكر من يخشى ويتجنبها الأشقى.
Okay, Jazakumullah. So yeah, that was really good. The reason why I asked you to recite from the middle, and this is for all the students to make a note of, that when you will be examined, the examiner can ask you to recite from anywhere. So they might give you a verse number and they might give you the first word. So Vanu Yassiruka, for example, and then you will have to recite it from there. So this will make your memorization better. So just be prepared for that as well. Jazakumullah. ASAN 334.
Jazakallah.
Can we have another student?
Yes. N8351.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Surah
Just
Fatiha.
okay. N8351.
Yes.
You have memorized Surah Al-Fatiha, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can you recite it? Starting with Tawbus.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Okay, Jazakumullah. Let me go to the surah. So, mashallah, you have memorized the surah really well, and you have beautified it as well. So that was really good as well. But I'm going to point out a few mistakes in terms of pronunciation. So in the first verse, Rabbe, Ra is thick. So I know that I think that you know that the Ra is supposed to be thick because you did it really well in the third verse. Ar-Rahman Nir-Rahim. So just remember to apply the same rule here as well. And another mistake which a lot of students make is na'budu. Both ba and dal have the dhamma stroke, but it's not inverted dhamma, so it's only going to be 1 second long. But often students prolong the dal with dhamma, maybe while trying to beautify it. I'm not sure. So it's na'budu, not na'budu. Can you recite this verse again? Yeah.
إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين.
Okay, well done. Yeah, previously you didn't thicken the voice for ain. You have to do tafkhim. So nasta'in, ain is going to be thick, but I could hear it this time. So well done for that as well. And lastly, this is another mistake which a lot of students do. So don't forget to differentiate between zal and za. So this is zal. So it's going to be allazina. Okay, hissing sound. Do you understand?
Yes.
So if you can recite this verse again.
صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Okay, Jazakumullah. So yeah, you did much better this time. So well done. And have you started memorizing Surah Al-Ala?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know how many verses? Let me
Think
go.
11.
Okay. So up to Man Yakhsha. Can you recite that as well?
Yes.
Starting with Bismillah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء أحوى سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى وينزلك لليسرى.
Yeah. فذكر.
فذكر إن نفعت الذكرى سيذكر من يخشى.
Okay, Jazakumullah. So let me go to the surah. So again, your memorization was really good. You forgot, I think, you started forgetting from verse 10 a little bit. So keep going over the verses again and again so that you don't forget. And again, raw, it has to be thick in the very first verse. I could hear that you thickened it here in the fourth verse, but I couldn't hear it properly in the second verse. So if you can recite it and apply the rule this time.
سبح اسم ربك الأعلى.
Rabbikal A'la. Okay, so that's fine. The second mistake is that here in the fourth verse, this ha, it's a simple ha. It's different from this one. So this one in the second verse, you have to make a thick sound. Sabbihisma rabbikal a'la. But in the fourth verse, it's different ha, and it's simple. You don't have to make a thick sound. Fahada. But you made a thick sound here. So just be mindful of that. And as I said previously, keep the surah in front of you when you are memorizing, so that each and every letter goes through your mind, and then you should have an image of the surah in your head. Next, as I mentioned to the previous students, make sure that you give each word its proper time. So if it's supposed to be prolonged for 4 seconds, give it 4 seconds and recite slowly. That should help. And in the 8th verse, again, prolongation. And this Allah, it's going to be thick. So Allah, not Allah. Okay? So keep working on these rules and don't forget to apply them. So Jazakillah. Now we have to go towards the conclusion of our class. So again, before we conclude the class, I would like to remind everyone that starting from next week, our class ID is changing. So make sure that everyone may make a note of this ID and use this starting from next week, Monday the 14th of October. However, the password will remain the same. So the one that was sent to you in the email with your ID, etc. And lastly, the homework for today is chapter 1, chapter 87 and chapter 88. And I would also like to make the announcement about the parent-teachers meeting, which is going to take place next week on Wednesday, the 16th of October. And it's only going to be for the first 15 minutes of the class. So if the parents, this is for parents, if the parents have any questions or concerns, you can send it to us by sending us an email. However, make sure that in the email you write the class, which is G2, the student name and the student ID, so that it's easier for us to process your requests and answer the questions, etc. Can we have a student now for the ending prayer?
Before that, can you ask the name of these two IDs? N8321.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to know her name. N8321.
N8321. Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Can you please tell us your name?
Atya,
Okay. Full name?
Ahmed,
Okay. Jazakallah.
Jazakillah. And again, there is one more ID.
Yeah.
N8321.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, she's.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Can you please tell us your full name?
Yeah, Atiyatul Ghalib Ahmed.
Okay. Jazakallah. So we'll just make a note of your names and then hopefully send you your correct IDs.
Okay. Now I give you.
Yeah.
N8329.
Okay. N8329.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Can you recite the ending prayer for everyone? Start with Davus.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم همني بالقرآن
Wajh.
waj'alhu li imaman wa nuran wa huram wa
Hudan.
hudan wa rahma.
Jazakillah. And the English translation?
O Allah, have mercy on me through the great Quran, and make it for me the leader, the light, the guidance, and the mercy.
Okay, Jazakumullah. Before we end our class, I will quickly make an announcement. This is for N8 321. If we can have her.
No, she is not in the
Okay,
class
she
now.
left the classroom.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now we are going to end our class. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.